Good morning. Day 2 of my French Island overnighter. I'm just leaving the Fairhaven campground, heading off towards, I think it's called the Pinnacles. It's the high point of the walk. So it's about 7:45. It's been a fairly relaxing morning this morning. I'm in no huge hurry. I've got to catch the ferry at 12:10, so I've got about probably 13 k's, 13 something like that to get there, so should do that pretty easy. All right, I'm gonna hopefully head up to the high point and have some breakfast. We'll see how that all goes. The weather's looking sensational this morning. I'll spin the camera around and show you what I'm looking at, eh? So I'm just walking out to the road now. I'll cross the road and head inland a bit today, away from the coast. Today's the day where I'm a reasonable shot at seeing koalas, hopefully. So from memory today, there's a lot of closed management tracks and dirt roads to walk. It's still pretty nice walking though. And yeah, on a chance it's in a koala with any luck. So we'll see how that goes. There's a few track markers scattered along these old closed management trails. I'm following a walk, I think it's officially called the West Coast Wetlands Walk. Excuse me. Well, that was some of it anyway. You'll definitely need a map on this one though. Particularly once you start heading to this inland section, there's quite a lot of these management tracks. They're trying to eradicate all the cats, all the feral cats from French Island, I think. I've got no idea they're going to do. Kind of like make it a wildlife ark type place. That's maybe my old memories playing tricks with me, but I seem to remember reading that somewhere. That's the aim of the game, is to get rid of all the feral cats. So there's a few traps around at the moment. And right on cue, there's the trap. So it's been a bit dewy this morning. Had no condensation in the duplex last night though, so that was a good thing. But yeah, definitely the grass has been a bit wet. There was a little bit of a breeze next to the water last night, so maybe that was enough to keep the tent dry. Something moving in there. I haven't mentioned snakes, but you think there'll be a chance at a snake too on this walk. So far the most notable wildlife today has been a couple of huge rabbits and some black cockies feasting in a banksia. That got camera shy as soon as I pulled the phone out, unfortunately, because they were magnificent. Okay, looks like I'm getting to some kind of a intersection here. Oh, there's another trap. I better have a look at the map. Okay. That's where I'm heading. That might be breakfast time up there for sure. So I've just come from down there. So I think I was mumbling about you need a map, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 choices here. There is a map, but not the easiest map to read, that one. Anyway, I'm going up here. Alright, I've just come up there. I've reached this fence, which I guess marks an old boundary of the park. I've swung hard right here. Oh, there is a signpost. There is a marker in the trees. I didn't see one. I'm heading up here to the Pinnacle now. So, the biggest climb of the walk is pretty well over. Must be all of 15 metres, I reckon. I reckon that's a shipping marker. That's the top. So there's the ferry heading back to Stony Point. It's Western Port Bay. And that's the old shipping marker, I'm guessing. Okay, there's a few ways back from here. I'm gonna head back up here, down to here, along here, and back down there today. So I'll be going out of the park and into some farmland soon. Be nice to see an eagle and a koala. All right, let's get on with it, eh? It's a different perspective to the mountains outside of Melbourne, out east of Melbourne from here. I'm guessing that's Bawbaw up that way. Okay, I'm back at that fence line I was at before. Let's continue on this old management road. So the echidna's right next to the trail cam. I'd say that's set up for the cats. Okay, just come from up there. I think this is Clump Road here. So I'm gonna follow this out to the main road that runs across the island now. Remember, it starts off in bush and then enters some farmland. So I've hit the farmland, obviously. There's my first koala. He's just keeping an eye on me. So here's another koala up here on the left. Oh, and there's one on straight ahead of me too. And geez, oh, there's two in that tree. Gee, they've trashed these trees though. All right, we'll get a look at this guy first. He's not going to look at me, I don't think. So there's another one. And in the same tree, there's another one. So that's 4 in 50 metres. They're certainly chilled out. This is number 5. So they're number 6. That's number 6. I wonder if he's going to shit on me. What's going on, mate? I'm losing count now. That's mum and a baby up there. I'm definitely losing count now. So there's another one up there. There's another one in this tree here on the left. Almost every tree has got koalas in along here. This one's got a little one on her back. So that's koala poo, those little pellets. And that's one of the koalas right above me. And there's another one stoned out of his tree. Just over there. All right, it's been a morning for wildlife, that's for sure. I'm on the main road up that runs across the island now. I'm going to I follow this all the way back down to the pier, or the jetty, Tankerton Jetty. There's a general store down here, which is the only shop on the island, I think, so if I've got time I'll stop in for a drink. I've been obviously mucking around a lot with the wildlife this morning, so haven't exactly been making miles. I think I'll have time for a quick drink there. So I'm going to have to stop and to photograph these koalas because there's just too many. I'm never going to get to the ferry. Okay, I've arrived at the general store. I think I got time for a drink, so I might wander in and see what they got on offer. Probably sit on the deck in the breeze, I'm thinking. It's a quite nice setup here. This is obviously the general store, they do everything, but they got hot food. Place is deserted midweek, of course. I see they got electric bikes up there too. You can obviously hire. All right, I'm going to chuck on the pack and get down the jetty. Okay, back on the road. Got about 3.5 k's to go to get down from here. From memory too, there's a lot of koalas. Last time I came down near the footy oval, I think a recreation oval or something. So I won't be able to stop for too long. I've got an hour until the ferry goes. So I'll have to keep moving a little bit. I don't want to miss this ferry because I'll be stuck here all afternoon. I can see a koala in this gum tree on the left here. It's just phenomenal. I must have seen 15 so far, and I haven't been looking that hard, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's coming, if he's coming up. So this is the oval. They've put things on the trees so the koalas can't climb them. Because yeah, there used to be a lot of koalas there. You can see what's happened to the trees on the other side where they kind of overpopulate. The thing with the koalas is there's no predators, and they're kind of, I think they're kind of, because they're on the island, I don't think they've got that chlamydia that keeps some of the numbers down on the mainland. So they tend to overpopulate the place. They'll end up starving themselves. I don't actually think koalas were native on French Island. I think they're actually introduced. They're obviously native to Australia. But yeah, and they've obviously taken a liking to French Island once they got over here. So, springtime in Victoria. All the wattles are out. It's not really a walk for wattles on this one, but there's a few around, obviously. Okay, I'm back at Tankerton Creek. This is where the coast road heads off and the Fairhaven campsite is. I just got to wander down the jetty now. And that is the end of the walk. Good news is no flies or mozzies out here with the wind. So I can see my chariot on the way over. Came to about 12.7 k's today, I think, about 70 metres climbing. Just waiting for the ferry, it's coming over there distance from start. So yeah, today's pretty easy. Started off on quite closed four-wheel drive tracks, finished off basically following the main road, but I had about 2 cars pass me the whole way. Good thing today is you can drop in the general store. Even better was the amount of koalas around. Heaps of koalas. I won't stop looking. It's taken me too long. Hope you can hear me in the wind there. Now this walk's obviously accessed on public transport. I'm using it to get home. The problem is the ferry and the train don't match up. So I've got an hour and a half or an hour and a bit wait once I get to Stony Point for the train to leave, the Stony Point to Frankston train to connect me with the Metropolitan network. So I'm probably going to wander up to Crib Point, have some lunch, catch a train at Crib Point. It's only about 2 k's from Stony Point. Alright, you'll need a map for this one. It's on AllTrails. It's in some of Mr. Chapman's, I think his old day walk St Victoria book. He's done it as a day walk, obviously. I'm not sure if anyone else has written this one up. But yeah, it's a good one. Obviously doable as a day walk, but I think it's probably the easiest overnight walk in close to Melbourne. So it's a good one if you want to get started. That Fairhaven Camp's got excellent facilities too. Toilets are spotless, barbecue, shelter, plenty of flat ground to camp on. So yeah, highly recommend it. Alright, I better grab my pack and get ready to jump on this ferry, I suppose.